Hey everybody, Young Badman here again. Welcome to another episode. Today I wanted to do a video on these cards that were released in Crossworlds. These cards all have abilities that let you bring out battle cards from wherever area, whether it be your hand, the drop area, or the warp. And they let you do it for a reduced cost. So the reason why I'm making a video on this is because these 5 cards I have shown here are just going to get better the more cards that come out that can interact with these. So these are really important, and you want to keep your eye on them for any cards that get spoiled that can interact with these cards and make them better. So just to start off, I'll go down and say what every card does. And then after this, I'll show decks where you can use these cards right now. So starting off is Rebirth of Justice. It's a blue extra card for 4 energy. Activate main, choose up to 1 blue battle card in your hand with the energy cost of 5 or less and play it. Then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to their owner's hand. So this one, it's pretty generic, but it's still good. It costs 4, but it lets you play a battle card with energy cost 5 or less. So you're pretty much paying 4 energy for 5 costs, which is cool. The power level of cards that cost 4 and 5 are pretty different. So if you can bring a 5 cost out for 4 energy, then that's pretty cool. Next up is Disable Hopeful Future. Green extra card with 4 energy. Note that this has 3 green specified costs, and I feel they did this so that Mecha Frieza couldn't take advantage of this card. So this one says activate main, choose up to 1 green battle card with an energy cost of 5 or less in your drop area and play it. Just like Rebirth, this one lets you get a card that costs 5 for 4. Except this one lets you play it from the drop area, which could be easier or harder depending on the game state to pull off. This also doesn't have an extra effect like Rebirth of Justice does, but since playing stuff in the drop, could have more versatility than play it from your hand, I feel like that's why it doesn't have an extra effect. Next up is Dark Plot. It's a black battle card. Activate main, choose 1 battle card in your warp with an energy cost of 4 or less and play it. If you use the skill to play a battle card with Overwhelm, choose up to 3 of your energy and switch them to active mode. So right now, Black's main, their thing is Overwhelm, which lets you send cards from your drop area to the warp to play a battle card for free or a heavily reduced cost. So when you're playing a black deck, you'll typically always have cards in your warp because you want to be playing these Overwhelm cards. So this one just lets you get a card from your warp with energy cost of 4 or less and play it. Now, this one doesn't let you get a 5 cost like the previous 2 cards, but it lets you get a card from your warp, which for black is good. I probably wouldn't play this in any other kind of deck. And Dark Plot is arguably the weakest out of these cards right now just because black's card pool is so small. But as time goes on, as more Overrun cards come out, Dark Plot will get stronger. Alright, next is Chain Attack Trunks. It's a battle card, not an extra card like the previous 3. The red does have an extra card that lets you play battle cards and the Grand Tier Spaceship, but that one only interacts with GT cards. And if we don't get any more GT cards, then that card will never get better. But Chain Attack Trunks is, it's a card that lets you cheat out other cards as well. So it's got 3 red specified costs, so they want you to play this in a heavy red deck. It can evolve for 2 off of a Trunks GT, and it can attack active mode battle cards. And when you play this card, choose up to 1 battle card from your hand with the power of 15,000 or less and play it. So there are very many battle cards in this game with 15,000 or less power. It's also not restricted to red, so this can span across many colors. The most notable combo with this is Zeno the Plain God, who's got 15,000 attack. Playing the Chain Attack Trunks will let you bring out Zeno the Plain God as early as turn 3 to reset the game back to a manageable state. And lastly is Unwavering Solidarity Shigesh, which is arguably the best card in Crossworlds. It is the yellow super combo. When you combo this card, if your lead card is yellow and your life is at 4 or less, this card gains 10,000 combo power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 1 sand in your hand with an energy cost of 3 or less and play it. Now, I originally was going to use March of the Great Apes because this is an extra card that lets you cheat cards out. You can get 8 energy worth of apes on the field for 4 energy. However, I'm not sure how impactful this card will be in the future. I don't know if Great Apes are going to get more support. If they are, then this card can also fall in line with these. But in hindsight, I felt like Shigesh was more impactful than March of the Great Apes would be, because they will release sands that cost 3 or less. They have to. I don't think they can print a set of cards that doesn't have any sands cost 3 or less than it. So every time a new set comes out, Shigesh is gonna have some cards in it he can interact with. Now, whether it's gonna be busted interactions like it is with the explosive boy Young Goku, it's no telling, but it's always gonna be sands cost 3 or less. So yeah, this one is definitely one of the best cards in Crossworlds right now, especially with Planet Vegeta coming out in the same set and having Mecha Frieza to abuse the card. So now I'm going to go over some decks that can utilize these cards just to show you the power that these cards have. Alright, so on to some of the decks that utilize these cards right now. These lists that I came up with, I slapped them together in a second or two, so they're not optimized. So don't get mad if these lists suck. It's just showing an example of how these cards can be utilized. The first one, using Chain Attack Trunks, uses the Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku leader. You probably know what he does by now. It's just a basic red aggro deck. And this one's good against Mecha Frieza because you can bring out Chain Attack Trunks into Zeno the Plane God on turn 3, since you start off with 2 energy, and it wipes away their explosive start with that combo. Zeno normally doesn't come out till 7, but it's got 15,000 or less power, so Chain Attack Trunks can bring him out for 4 energy, or 2 if you evolve off of Quick Rush Trunks. Speaking of evolving off Quick Rush Trunks, you can get that combo off on turn 2 if you play Quick Rush Trunks on your first turn and you have that in your hand. Other uses for him in the deck, if you've got a nice board out, you can play Chain Attack Trunks into Fearless Pan. If you're going against yellow or green leader, you can Chain Attack Trunks into Haru Haru, and you got 2 attackers on board for 0 energy. So this is one of the decks that can utilize Chain Attack Trunks. Another one, this one's for after the Mecha Frieza errata. This one's more for fun. I don't think this one's super competitive, but I just want to give another example of how you can use Chain Attack Trunks. This one, you want to survive until 6 energy, which is entirely possible with the Pan leader because you draw so many cards. And you play Chain Attack Trunks into Bobbity, and then I've got a lot of targets for Bobbity, like the Broken Limit Super Saiyan 3, Victorious Fist Super Saiyan 3, Jiren. Bobbity can also hit Chain Attack Trunks, which lets you play another card from your hand, and Destructive Sarah Champa. I've just got that in there as whatever 25,000 beater you want it to be. It wipes away some of their combo pieces, which is cool. That's why I included it in there. And then you just got the other basic, pan stuff. You can Chain Attack Trunks in the Fearless Pan if you got a big board and try and go for game. So yeah, these are just 2 example decks that I can take advantage of Chain Attack Trunks. So moving on to Rebirth of Justice. Mecha Frieza, everyone knows what he does. Before Mecha Frieza gets errated, I think this is the best way to use Rebirth of Justice anyway. So for this deck, you've got the typical Awakening package, Monaka, Senzu Bean, Objection, Cold Bloodlust too. But what you want to do is after you awaken and he starts lowering the cost of extra cards by 2, You want to use Rebirth of Justice for 2 energy to bring out the Furious Rush Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku, who lets you draw a card. So playing Rebirth of Justice, it replaces itself since you take a life, and then this draws you a card. So you're going up +1 with this interaction, I think. And then you can, use Senzu Bean to untap, or you probably have a lot of energy because of objection. And then you can EX Evolve into Ultra Instinct and Battering Laser for free game. Monako is important in this deck, so you can knock them from 5 to 3 with your leader. But besides that, it's pretty standard Mecha Frieza. If I would change anything, like I said, I just do this together really quickly. I'd probably swap Dodoria for Shigesh and put in Explosive Goku, just because that combo is super good. But I think originally I put in Dodoria because I felt like the draw would be more useful since Shigesh only has like 1 target in this deck, which is kind of saying Son Goku, and that's not impactful at all. So that's why I included that. After Mecha Frieza gets routed, he will not be able to take advantage of the Birth of Justice. So switching over to Shenron's Lair because BBS decks decided to not work when I was doing this. Soul Striker Rebirth is what I call this, which is fitting since he might come back when Mecha Frieza gets routed. Anyway, this one uses, everyone knows Soul Striker, untap 2 when he attacks, and with this you can use Rebirth of Justice for 4 to play the Furious Rush, and then attack, untap 2, and EX Evolve into Ultra Instinct. I just got, typical blue cards in this deck. It's mono blue. Increase the Evil Massing, helps awaken. Boost Jack Piccolo is a good card. And then you've got Rapid Onslaught because it's also a good card and it can evolve into Ultra Instinct. I've got Piccolo and Returning Evil Golden Frieza in here because they're not bad to hit off of Rebirth of Justice either if the situation calls for it. Rebirth and the Piccolo, you can bounce a card to their hand and blow up one of their battle cards, and then you got a 20k critical barrier dude out. And for Returning Evil Golden Frieza, you just get a 25 double strike and bounce 2 of their cards for 4 energy, which is pretty good. You're using not a lot of energy to get a pretty powerful effect with this. So, this is the Soul Striker Rebirth. Just a way to take advantage of Rebirth of Justice after the Mecha Frieza errata. Next up, Super Saiyan 3 Hopeful Future. I'm actually playing this deck right now. You use Disable Hopeful Future to bring out Pressure Assault Super Saiyan Son Goku to pop one of their battle cards and attack once, and then evolve into Indomitable Spirit Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku for free. And you can do this as early as turn 3 in this deck since you start with 2 energy. Speedy Surprise Attacks in there too. It's just another negate since you're untapping at the end of your turn. And you can use it to discard the Pressure Assault Super Saiyan Son Goku as well. When you start off with this deck, you wanna keep Disable Hopeful Future, the Pressure Assault, and the Indomitable Spirit, and drop the Pressure Assault for your Son Goku's effect. And then turn 3, Disable Hopeful Future to bring him out, pop a battle card, and then evolve. It's really, it's really the game plan here. Veggie Package is because Veggie Package. Kibito Kai, so you can live until you get 6 energy, and you can drop a Food, Shard, and Mystery, while you have 2 Indomitable Spirits and Gotenks or whatever, and just go for game. I feel like I got this list from somewhere, but I can't remember. So if this is like exactly the same as your list, just leave me a nasty comment or something. Sorry, but this is the deck I'm playing now. It's pretty cool. And another deck taking advantage of this. This was just something I threw together. Android 17. I call this one Stout-Hearted Spirit Bomb combo deck because you use the Android leader for the Stout-Hearted Android 16 super combo, which forces them to drop a card from their hand. And you can use Disable Hopeful Future to bring out the Pressure Assault for 4. and then EX evolve into the finishing Spirit Bomb Son Goku. And when he attacks, you choose 3 of the Android 16 and you drop the combo it. So that's 55, and they gotta drop 3 cards from their hand. Like I said, these decks might not be super competitive. I just wanted to show a cool way to take advantage of these cheaty extra cards. Turbo Creator Android 20 can search out the super combo, and you can use Speedy Surprise Attack to discard the Pressure Assault Super Saiyan Son Goku. You've also got the Dreadful Duo because they have critical. Kale also has critical. Twin Sister can restand Dreadful Duel for more pressure. Chilling Terror is really good because it's Chilling Terror. And Furthering Destruction Chomper to take advantage of all the critical cards in this deck. So yeah, this is just another way to take advantage of Save a Hopeful Future right now. So for Shigesh, we got Mecha Frieza. I think this is the same list that the Sharon's Lair guy used in the release tournament. So, typical Mecha Frieza, BS. He used Planet Vegeta, Monaka, and all that. And Khalifa to awaken quickly. And then get the Kaba out to reduce the cost of Kale in your hand by 1. And then you use Shigesh to bring out these Incredible Saiyans. You got the Explosive Boy Young Goku. If they attack you and you want to, kill their battle card, you got that. Kale can also kill their battle cards on their turn. And this Evolution Broly can also do the same if they only have 1. And then Terrasive Goku Black can, he comes out with Shigesh, drops the 2 tokens for free. And you can combo with the tokens, you can attack the Goku Black, you can do whatever really. So this build revolves around abusing Shigesh as many times as possible, which is why it includes 2 Trunks Power Overseeing Tom. So pre-errata, this is one of the better Shigesh decks. And post-errata, this deck wouldn't be bad either. It would just need some changes like the Monaka and stuff like that. But yes, this is probably currently the best Shigesh deck. And here's another deck I'm playing right now that can use Shigesh, Captain Ginyu. I was actually playing this before the errata was announced, and I have a deck profile on my channel you should go check out. But this one also wants to abuse Shigesh. Use Ginyu's ability to awaken as quickly as possible. Use Shigesh to bring out the Lord of the Apes King Vegeta to evolve into Absolute Defense Grade 8 King Vegeta. Or you can bring out Determined Super Saiyan Son Goku, which can evolve into the 6 drops here. You can also bring out Fearless Pan. So this deck abuses Shigesh as well. I'm probably going to change this one up later, but I just wanted to show you how you can use Shigesh effectively. And I've also got the Trunks Power Overseeing Time to get my Shigesh back. And I've got the Explosive Spirit Son Goku. You need that on defense as well. The last one. I don't think Dark Plot is, super good right now, but, the point of this video is to show these cards that are going to get better for the more cards that come out. This deck, I wanted to take advantage of Dark Plot, which is the way I built it this way. It looks really bad, I know, I'm sorry. And I probably would not play this deck, but, like I said, I just wanted to show a way to take advantage of Dark Plot. So, there's a Dark Plot toolbox. Your targets for Dark Plot in the deck are Awakened Warrior Bardock, Absolute Attack Mirror, Haru Haru Power Art Mirror. For the most part, yeah, that's what you want to bring out with Dark Plot. You can also bring out Increasing Evil Mass Saiyan, but he's not as good as the Awakened Warrior Bardock and Absolute Attack Mirror. So, the toolbox comes from having Haru Haru as an option to bring out against green or yellow. So she comes out for free with Dark Plot. Comes out for super free with Dark Plot. Like, you don't tap a lot. You don't tap 7 energy with that. Paying 4. That's, probably not going to happen where you actually have 7 energy to untap.
but Dark Plot can get you a free attacker and a pinch against those decks. They won't see it coming if you do that. Power Aura Mirror has Overwhelm, so if you bring it out with Dark Plot, it'll only cost you 1, and it has 25k. 25k beater for 1 energy is not bad. I mean, they're better in this game, but Dark Plot, right, guys? Absolute Attack Mirror cannot be blocked. Dark Plotting into this for game with a Furthering Destruction Champa can feel really good. I found out, the hard way, actually. I was playing Apes, and my opponent at my local is a really good player. He brought this out hard casted, and, I thought I was okay, but you don't have to overrun for it's got to be unblockable. He's just straight up unblockable. So whether you hard cast him, Dark Plot, or overrun, he's always going to be unblockable. That's why I included him in this deck. You don't see him in a lot of places, but I included him in the main board so you can have the option to bring him out with Dark Plot, since it's supposed to be a toolboxy deck. Awakened Warrior Bardock is just a double realm, 20k double strike, 20k double strike for 1 energy. Not bad. Alright, yeah, and that is all the Dark Plot targets. And I use Killer Sword Trunks. He can bring out the Horror and Power Aura Mirror. Increasing Evil Mass Saiyan helps awaken and his removal. This card's pretty good right now against vegan cards. And then Scientist Food is also really good. And I have like all the good red cards too. And of course the Super Combo. And the Trunks for the Killer Sword. So that's all the decks. Oh snap, this is 48 cards. Shenron Lair was bugging too when I made this. So you can put in like probably 2 more red cards so you can get the power more often. Probably put in like Jiren or something. Yeah, too much. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys how you can take advantage of these cards that are just gonna get better as more cards come out, since they don't really have restrictions on them. So these cards won't be stuck to overwhelm block. Like set 4, 5, 6 tournament power comes out, like you got to be watching for cards that fit the criteria for these, because there could always be some kind of broken combo with them. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. I hope this doesn't end up being too long, but it probably will be. Leave a comment if you have a deck that takes advantage of one of these cheaty cards. Leave it in the description or whatever. I'll check it out. I'm always down to look at decks. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next time.